And then there were 4 boxes left. Fitting conclusion to the Tournament of Champions, 1989.
This has been Bob's favorite lane today, by far. Let's see if he can work this one out for a mark. Piece of wood may cover the 7-pin, and he leaves the 6.
Third ball, so very important. 87 through 7. 3 to go. And again, that all-important 8th frame.
Well, let's see. 1, 3, 10 with wood. This would be a great time for his 3rd mark on lane 31.
Got to hurry. Just not coming up for him. Leaving it out too far to the right. Doesn't have time to break back.
10 boxes. Pat Pay, with this, his 22nd appearance on Stars and Strikes, is just 1 behind the all-time leader. Steve Vadnais has made 23 appearances.
Boy, Pat's opposite 2 10 frames. Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
He doesn't want to lose too many in count here. Lead is just 3 pins. And a disappointing 6.
And that gives
the object pin every ball and ended up with 6.
That gives Bob Moran 4 extra pins, so the lead is now 7.
Wants the 7 pin to go?
It will not. The wood should help, though. The 3, 6, 7. Let's see. Oh,
second
no.
piece of wood cost him. First one was good, but the second one stopped the first one from rolling into the 7 pin.
No.
And then there were 2 boxes left.
If Pat Pay converts this for a 10, the lead will still be 7 with 2 boxes to go.
Make it 8.
Slides it by.
Take a look at that last shot by Pat Pay. He actually come in contact with that second piece and it deadened the wood. 8-pin lead for Bob Moran.
Well, even if he doesn't put a mark up, he'll probably force Pat Pay to mark. If Bob were to get a mark, that'll make it just that much more difficult for Pat.
Hush in the crowd. Not many people have left.
Right through the middle.
He wants to avoid any bad frames, obviously, in case he doesn't mark and Pat has to mark. It'll mean that much more he has to drop on the fill.
He's made some shots over on that right-hand lane, but not that time.
Nope, he's finishing out with a few 10s. 1 more to go, 117. So he's going to be almost 100 pins, just about 100 pins less from than he was last week at this time, but he's still in the match.
Oh, good first ball that time. He'll be left with the 5-10 with a lot of wood. I was going to step back and study this one. Walk around, look it over. Tough to know how to play this one because you don't know what the wood will do. Bob has gone since the 8th box of the first string without marking on this lane. This would be the time to break that, and he does. Big mark in the 10th.
Drives the ball right straight back towards the 5-pin. The wood takes care of the 10. Now this, anything over 2 will force Pat to throw a double mark. But regardless, Pat Pay will have a shot to win the match.
The fill ball is a 6 for a 123 and a 358. So Pat Pay needs 125 to win, which means he must get 25 pins. So he needs a mark. Rather, 35 pins. He needs two marks.
2 marks and decent fills.
35 pins he must have. He's on target.
Oh!
Well, a 6 pin for the first one.
He's got a nice little guide as long as he's the red line or below. And we're going to go to the final box in the Tournament of Champions. And keep in mind, he wants to get at least 7 or 8 drop on the mark.
Yeah, the fill is so critical here.
Right. Looks good. Looks good.
It is good. A 9 drop.
Tell me that doesn't look like a pencil, a pencil without an eraser.
And now he's going to have to wait because a piece of wood will have to be cleared. So it's going to seem like an hour before Pat Pay will get a chance to shoot this one. If he makes this spare, as the wood rolls off, if he makes this spare, he still has a chance to win it.
No.
And he slipped it by.
No.
He slipped it by. Bob Moran has won the 1989 Tournament of Champions. There it is on the 10 box. 119 for Pat Pay, a 353, and a 5-pin victory for Bob Moran. What a match. We will be back and talk to both bowlers and wrap it up for the 1989 season here on Stars and Strikes right after these words. Stars and Strikes, Pat Pay, our runner-up, with granddaughter Tamara here to accept the prize money for $600. Pat, congratulations. That's a tough way to lose it, but it did go right down to that final ball. Oh, she's going to take the money from you, too.
Easy come, easy go. Well, I had the shot. I had the 9 drop, and I missed it, so. And Bob he made a mark the last box to make me get that, so.
Well, it's a terrific match. You've made many appearances. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again real soon. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you. I'll be back.
All right, that's Pat Pay, our runner-up. Bye, Tamara.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Of course, camera shy now that the camera is on. Pat Pay, our runner-up in the Tournament of Champions, and now Bob Moran on lane 31. We'll throw our bonus ball. We've had 2 winners already during this tournament. See if we can make it 3. We're looking for a $20 winner this time. And let's see. It'll be a 5. Not a winner this time for Hector Sirois from Somersworth, New Hampshire, Pat Pay's hometown. Hector guessed an 8, so he will receive a TV50 NHCBA desk pen, and our jackpot will increase on our first show in the fall. But here's the man who takes home the big prize this season, Bob Moran, with a check for $1,500. You'll also be receiving the plaque from N&R Trophy. That was a little tough one to kind of sit and watch, wasn't it?
I'll tell you, that was scary. I've been bowling a good many years, and I can honestly say that's the toughest match I've ever bowled.
It seemed like neither one of you really took control of it. It was close from start to finish, and as it rightfully should, I guess, went right down to the last box.
Yeah, it sure did. I feel bad for Pat. Somebody had to come in second there. He made a great try, but I'll tell you, I'm glad it was him shooting that single and not me. I don't think I'd have kept it on the lane.
Well, congratulations, Bob, for the 2 consecutive wins. Everyone will forget, I suppose, after this one that you rolled a 448 last week to get here, and then the narrow win in the championship match. We appreciate all of your efforts during the season. We look forward to having you back again next year.
Sure, we'll try to. Thanks a lot. It's been real exciting.
All right, Bob Moran, thanks very much from Billerica, Massachusetts, the big winner for 1989 here on the Tournament of Champions. And Dan Murphy, a final word quickly as we're running out of time, but a great way to go out for the 1989 season. The tournament coming right down to that final ball.
It just doesn't want you to come back next week and do it again, you know. But it really excites us for next year. I'm looking forward to next season.
Well, and all of the thank yous, I don't want to forget you and all of your support and help. It's a great pleasure as always. Look forward to doing it again in the fall.
Okay, I'll pay you later. Thanks. Thanks to all you people.
All right, that's definitely sure. We want to thank you all for tuning in and continuing to make Candlepin Stars and Strikes the success that it is here on TV 50. That'll do it for this season. We'll be back in the fall with brand new shows. In the meantime, we'll be here every Sunday, of course, during the summer with rebroadcasts of shows from this past season. Until then, for Dan Murphy and the whole TV 50 sports crew, have a great summer, everybody. Doug Brown saying so long from Park Place Lanes.
You're watching the